Hey, welcome back. This is the second video in a 3-part series. And in this video, I'm going to talk about cryptocurrency, specifically Theta, and some fears that I've been feeling kind of around this space. In the first video, I talked to you about wealth consciousness. I'm Alana of Prosperity Alignment, and I love to support you with knowing who you are, aligning who you are with what you want. So let's pick up where we left off. Wealth consciousness. There's 3 aspects: poverty consciousness, kind of that middle class consciousness, and then where the wealthy and elite sit. So I mentioned where I'm expanding my consciousness, and me and my husband are more on the same page when it comes to cryptocurrencies. So let me give you a quick tip. Theta. It's a big deal. It's already had massive runs, and they will continue. So if you are in cryptocurrency and you are ready to go get some Theta, do it. I highly encourage it. I'm just recommending it just as I enjoy it. This is not financial advice, but I want to just tell you how when we're getting into things we don't know, fear can come up. And guess what's coming up right now? Fear. I play in the energies, and right now in human design, the earth is activating the gate 18. This is the energy of imperfection, where we kind of fear that we're imperfect, that we're going to get it wrong. And when it ties to money, we especially can get lost in, what if I don't do it right? What if I do it wrong? What if there's a better way? And so when we're embarking on things that have never been done before, there is no right way. There's only your way. You have to really trust yourself, align with what feels correct. And guess what? There are so many people out there that can give you all kinds of fear-based stories and scare the crap out of you when it comes to moving into cryptocurrencies especially, and knowing that there is this decentralized, really amazing aspect that gives you the power. But sometimes we don't want that power, right? So for me, it wasn't so much that the fear, yes, I have to maintain my keys, I have to maintain and be secure. And ultimately, what started happening is Theta has gone on a massive run. And so I've already seen it 20x. 20x. That's crazy. That's not 20%. That's 20 times what it was when I first got in. And so as I started to realize where my wealth consciousness was, as the value keeps increasing, I was noticing that suddenly fears were coming up. Fears that were more tied to, how do I know if I'm secure? How do I know that right now it's like, okay, no big deal. We have our investment, but as it keeps multiplying and the value gets bigger, how do I ensure that it's really safe and secure? So I had that conversation with my husband just to kind of talk it out, which was so powerful, because sometimes with fear, we just get lost in our head about what we don't know, which means what we need to do is go figure out what we don't know, right? And so by talking it out, I knew that there were certain aspects that I didn't realize, I didn't understand kind of how some of the technology is, and could somebody access this, or could they hack this, and what can I do to ensure that the shares are safe and secure? What protocols or measures can I take? So that meant I needed to go research. And I am a 1-3 projector. I'm a 1-3, which means I love to investigate and I have to experiment. It's part of my process. Your process might look differently. If you're not necessarily good at investigating, you might want somebody who can help share the information so you don't have to do the legwork. For me, to really help myself and understand where the fear was coming from, I had to go learn what I didn't know. And really, a lot of times, that's what fear is all about. We're afraid to even get into crypto because we don't understand. We don't know what it is. And then we hear people say, but it's not the banking centralized system and your assets aren't protected. And so we get afraid of that. We get afraid of thinking that we have to take control of our assets and be the one in charge. And guess what? That's the part that actually excites me, is knowing I'm in charge. I get to choose. I get to do what feels aligned for me. Nobody else is telling me. Nobody else is going to take ownership but me. I needed to go dig deeper. And when I did, I realized there were actions to take. There were certain things that I could make sure, maybe my file, if I'm using the key store file, is not on my computer, and where am I storing that? Maybe you're also recognizing if you do have your passwords on your computer, that's not the best place to put it, right? So where are you going to save this information? Where are you going to have it accessible should something happen to your computer, something happens to you? You're starting to go kind of bigger picture to see where am I really taking over and allowing for myself to go through and get what I need to feel safe and secure. So that's where I want to leave you right now, is theta. Make sure if you're feeling any sort of fear, go through it, go explore it, and then take action on the other side. You know, if I had read something and it told me that I shouldn't store, let's say, my password online or on my computer, and I read that and I say, yeah, okay, and I leave it on my computer, I'm not taking right action. We have to follow through and physically take action. That helps to alleviate the fear. So make sure that you're noticing as your consciousness is shifting with your wealth, that you're allowing it. And when fears start to come through, because maybe your wealth is growing and now you're hitting new barriers and new levels that you never explored or experienced, feel them, right? And then make sure that you're taking action appropriately to help alleviate the fears or to help you be your best self. Because guess what? The world is changing. Our financial systems are changing. Everything's changing. If you're feeling called to move into some of these new spaces, go for it. And if you're afraid, then go figure out why you're afraid and what is stopping you. Because the moment you can move through that, now you're on the other side where you can take action and really change your own financial future. Wishing you all the best, and I'm excited to share the third video, and I'll see you there. Bye for now.